So in this lesson I'm going to teach you peanut financier. So financier is by itself a very moist cake, and this I want to add it as part of the Snickers cake. So we needed to flavor it with peanut. So there is peanut meal in it. The whole peanuts have been toasted well, and then after it's dried really well, it's been powdered in food processor, nothing but mixie. You just want it with a coarse powder that you can see there, and that is what we are going to add it in the butter. Now financier, why? Because the brown butter is one very important technique, and that will be used in a lot of places as well. Learning that I thought was very important, so I just wanted to include the brown butter. So financier has come in picture, where we are going to add peanut meal also in it. So the other ingredients I have here are the egg whites, there's all purpose flour, sugar and peanut meal. Okay, so this will be the other set of ingredients, but the most important one here is the butter. So now I'm going to cook the butter, melt it and then brown. Take it to one stage where we are going to have very tiny bits of the brown specks that you will see in the butter. Okay, so let's start doing the brown butter, and with the stove on and the saucepan I'm going to add butter in. Just want to let it melt first. Just letting it bubble up and boil. You can see it's beginning to bubble up, but at the base you can't see anything brown, right? So we just need to let it cook furthermore and wait for the bottom of the saucepan to start getting bits of brown butter. So we'll start getting the aroma of the brown butter. It's a very nutty flavor. Now just lifted it out so it doesn't brown furthermore, because I just want to show how it is. It's all foamy on the top. So now you can see at the bottom the bits of browned butter. So I'm just letting the food, this is not in the heat yet, I'm just getting the foam go off so I can show the specks of the brown butter. Okay, so this is the beautiful brown butter, and we will just have to set this aside until we are ready to use it on the cake. So you can see how the bits of the brown butter are there at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside for now. So now I have the bowl of my KitchenAid. Into that I'm going to add all the ingredients together. So that will be the all-purpose flour, the egg whites, peanut meal, and the sugar. So I'm going to beat this first until it comes together well for about 2 minutes on medium high speed. after which finally I'm going to add in the brown butter to this. Now it's been beating for a while now, say about a couple of minutes, not more. So just expecting everything combined together and there is no texture change, or we're just looking for anything technical here. So now again I'm going to let this going with a beater and then pour the brown butter into this as the beater is going on. So now the batter is done, and because we are going to use this batter for Snickers cake, we just want a flat sponge because on top we are going to have the peanut candy layers and all that. So let me just show how the batter looks. So I have a loaf pan to bake this, and that is quite a lesser batter, but we are going to use a 4-inch by 8-inch loaf, okay, and I'm just going to, and that is a pan that is prepared inside with the baking paper, and that's buttered and floured as well. And I'm just going to pour this into the pan. So it's going to take about anywhere between 12 to 15 minutes only to bake. I'm going to bake that at 160 degrees Celsius, and because we have very lesser batter, like very thin layer is going to get baked, so based on that we need to alter the timing, which will be very less. So I'm just going to stop at 12 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius and then going to do the toothpick test. I'll get back to show you how this has got baked. So ideally you have to bake it at 160 degrees Celsius anywhere between 12 to 15 minutes and then do a skewer test to find out if it's baked fully. I'll get back to show you how mine has got baked. So the peanut Financier is out of the oven. It's quite warm now, you can see, but we needed a very thin cake, and that's why we've baked it in the loaf pan, because we're going to use it for the Snickers cake, right? So I'm just going to show the doneness. Okay, it's good and baked, and I'm going to transfer this onto the wire rack. It's so beautiful, and it's completely flavored with peanut that I can smell now. So this is going to be going into the Snickers cake. You can see this is the thin size that I wanted also. So just going to have beautiful layers coming on top to finish the Snickers cake. Right now this needs to be cling wrapped while warm and going into the freezer minimum of 4 hours to even overnight or until we are ready to set up the Snickers cake, and I'll get back in that lesson.